What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. JK with you here. It is a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everyone. We hope you're having a wonderful week. Boy, we've got a good one for you today. We'll get to that in just a moment. Our number is 651-964-2345. Although that might be a little busy, we do have a guest today. You can get a hold of us on Twitch, of course. Give us a follow. Let us know how everything's going. Let us know what you have to say in chat. JK Guy 16 right there. Give us a follow. We'd love to have you as part of the channel. We're on YouTube streaming live right now as well. If you're over on YouTube, feel free to say hello. The chat is available. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter as well. Get the latest information on the show. JK Says Radio on Twitter. Well, let's get right to it. There's no reason to wait any longer. He's on the line right now. He's one of the first streamers that I frequented with any regularity. He's been streaming for a few years now, and he was on a short hiatus, but he's back under a slightly different streaming name. His streams are extremely chill. It's just a fun place to hang out. Formerly Sporty McPeazy. My guest today is Mike McPeazy. Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, JK. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it.
No, you know what? The pleasure is all mine. It's really nice to. You're our first guest on the show since we transitioned to Twitch, so there's really no pressure here.
Well, I'll try to keep things going as much as I can.
And Adolf Hipsters in the chat right now, already putting up the Lou emojis that you produce from your channel.
He's a great guy. Yeah, Lou's right here next to me right now.
Nice.
He's actually sleeping next to the electric fire pit that I have set up, so he's keeping me company this morning.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Let's just get started kind of with your history of streaming, how you got started in it, and where it all began for you.
Well, I mean, I bought a PS4 a couple of years ago, and I wasn't familiar with Twitch, but I saw that Twitch and streaming was an option on the PS4, so I kind of familiarized myself with Twitch. I started watching other streamers and kind of got myself into it, and I became a fan of the platform, and I thought to myself, what's stopping me from doing this? I mean, I have a history in broadcasting. I've been working in broadcasting for the past 12 years. I thought, hey, I can do this. So I bought a microphone and streamed straight from my PS4 for a while, and just to see if I were going to like it or not. I wasn't going to invest a lot of money unless I was really going to enjoy it. So I did that for a while, and actually started small. I got a really good viewer base, found my direction as a streamer, and it kind of took off from there.
Fantastic. It's Famous Amos is in the house as well. He says, easy McPeazy. He's also hosting with one viewer. Appreciate that. So what kind of games early on were your thought? I know you were, when I first started watching, you were playing MLB The Show a lot. Were there any other games that you were really into when you first started streaming?
When I first started streaming, I streamed primarily from my retro gaming library. I used to collect retro games, like Nintendo. We're talking way back, NES. So I had. Well, I started streaming. Well, first of all, I started streaming Dragon Age Inquisition because that's the game I had on the PS4, and I wasn't too into those type of games to begin with, but I got into it and started streaming it from there. And then once I got my capture card, I started streaming retro games, like I was going to say, from my library, my Nintendo library, and I really got into that, and that's kind of where I developed like my streaming persona and whatnot. And so I used to have a collection of about 500 NES games. I've since sold several of them, but I still love retro gaming and the whole platform itself. So yeah, I guess you could say I got my start doing Nintendo and NES games.
Nice. This collection that you had was seemed pretty large, but I was kind of following that you were kind of selling all of them. What made you let go of those?
Well, like just personal reasons. Sure. The retro gaming market, excuse me, was at an all-time high with the release of the NES Classic Virtual Console. The eBay pricing of all my games was at an all-time high, and it was a good opportunity for me to sell the games. Plus, as far as catching up with some financial situation that we were in as a family, I thought it was the perfect time. It couldn't have been a more perfect time. Plus, I can play any of those games online via emulators. As much as I talk bad about emulators, and I have over the years, if I ever get an itch to play those games, it's at the fingertips of my computer. So I thought, hey, I'll always be able to play these games, and it's the best time to sell the games. So that's the decision that went into it, yeah.
Nice. Streamer McPeazy is my guest. If you have questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. We've got the chat going right here on our Twitch page. I've got to ask you about the origin of a moniker that you used as one of your players in MLB The Show, Chubby Franchise. How did he come about?
Oh, Chubby Franchise, for those of you that don't know, on MLB The Show, you can create your own player. And you can create your own player to kind of start from the minor leagues and go all the way to the major leagues. It's kind of a virtual player that you can create and kind of coach for the game. Chubby Franchise is the person I created. He kind of snowballed. When I bought the game a couple of years back, I saw that the option to play in Road to the Show, which is the name of the mode, was an option. And I thought this would be great to put on my stream. There weren't a lot of streamers doing it. A lot of streamers play online. RTTS, Road to the Show, is not an online gameplay function. So I thought, hey, I'm going to do this. I was going through the menu items of people's names that you can put into the audio setup, and I thought, hey, okay, what's a ridiculous name I can start off with? Oh, Chubby, this is ridiculous. I'm going to go with this. And a ridiculous last name. Oh, just scroll down. Oh, Franchise, Chubby Franchise. And he was born, and the persona itself kind of snowballed from there. My wife had a lot to do with it, like just creating this ridiculous persona of Chubby Franchise, and him being a colossal piece of crap. And we just kind of integrated that into the stream, and it's been a lot of fun.
Sure. And this is a big guy. I mean, this guy looks like he is way overweight, but the way he can get off the mound is fantastic. He is quite the athlete.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he is. He's quite the athlete. He lost 20 pounds recently. He got traded. We really motivated him to lose some weight, and he's at his best physical fitness that he's ever been in, and he's pitching outstanding right now. He has like an under 2 ERA. He's pitching out of the bullpen. He's trying to get a starting rotation spot. He's really battling, and he's very motivated right now. So yeah,
that's awesome. We've got a question here from Famous Amos. He says, "What streamer do you look up to?"
Honestly, I don't look up to any particular streamer. It's just the mindset of certain streamers. I like streamers that really they get involved with their chat. They're real people. They don't put on a persona. I like to be able to relate to the streamer that I'm watching. I try to take little bits and pieces from the people I watch, and one of the biggest pieces is just being a real person.
Nice. And you know what? I feel like that's kind of how you integrate your stream for sure. It's a very chill stream. You're always very interactive with the viewers, and it's just extremely laid back.
Thank you. That's what I shoot for. I want to just talk to everybody like they're real people and not numbers, and that's one of the biggest things I stress when talking to new streamers. Talk to your audience like they're people, and don't put a number behind them, because in the end, without viewers, you're just talking to yourself.
Sure.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and as a lot of our viewers right now know, you took what, a 3 or 4 month hiatus from streaming for personal reasons. Now that you are back and streaming, what can people look forward to as far as your streams go? Is there a game type that you're looking to break into that maybe you haven't touched before, or is it just whatever comes up?
Well, my wife actually just bought a Nintendo Switch a couple weeks back, so I want to integrate the Switch library, kind of figure out some games to play off of that. I still want to play sports games. I still want to play MLB The Show. I know in the past I've said I kind of want to get away from it, but playing Road to the Show the other night, a couple nights ago, really brought back my love for it, and people really enjoy the whole RTTS part of my stream, and I'm definitely going to continue that. But I do want to integrate different games, especially from the Switch library.
So how are you enjoying the Switch? I have one. I don't play it as much as I thought I would. My son loves it. For instance, Super Mario Odyssey to me is one of the greatest Mario games ever created. But I have Mario Kart and I have Zelda on the Wii U, so I didn't really want to purchase them again. But I absolutely love the future or the direction that the Nintendo Switch is going.
I agree. And speaking of Odyssey was one of the games we bought, and I spent a good 2 hours playing when I popped it in the first time. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you guys have not played Odyssey on the Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch, or have a Switch and haven't bought games, Odyssey game. I also own Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's also a great game. My wife's been playing Sonic. It's Sonic Mania. It's just they're great games, and I see a bright future for this console in the upcoming years.
Nice. You are breaking up just ever so slightly. Just so we're.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's
okay,
fine.
I'll stay.
That's fine. Mike, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still
okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. Right. It happens. It happens. This is technology for you. So we can probably expect some Nintendo Switch streams in the future. I saw you were playing. I saw briefly the other night. You guys were playing Mario Kart for a little bit. What do you think of that game? I mean, I don't know if you're a longtime Mario Kart player or what, but just curious about your thoughts on that.
Mario Kart was a great game. I haven't played a Mario Kart game since the Super Nintendo. That's how far it goes back for me. But we really enjoyed Mario Kart. We had the steering wheels, the peripherals that you can buy for the game. Yeah, I definitely see myself playing that. But Odyssey, Zelda Breath of the Wild, I'm going to be playing this console to death.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we've got a segment that I have typically done with guests that I have, and you're going to be the first one on Twitch to do it. This is a segment called Gimme 5. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, 5 different questions that could be about just about anything. You can be as creative as you want with your answers. Some have an absolute answer, but you can be as creative as you like here. Let's get to it here. All right. This is a pretty straightforward question, and we had the State of the Union address last night, but there's always one person that is part of the President's Cabinet that does not attend the State of the Union address. What is the unofficial title bestowed upon this person?
Least likely to become part of the Cabinet in the next term.
Well, no, they're not. They don't attend because they're called the designated survivor. They don't attend because in case something happens, of catastrophic event, they would actually become the president because they would be next in line after like 12.
Well, I guess my answer means nothing.
No, that's a wrong answer. I'm sorry. It's all right. Hey, these can be tough. These can be very tough. All right, question 2. Here we go. As of today, what is the cost of a Forever stamp from the United States Postal Service?
35 cents.
What was that? One more time.
35 cents.
Oh boy, no, that was a long time ago. I don't know if a lot of people even buy stamps anymore. I don't even know how much of a thing that is. They are 50 cents. Inflation has kicked in.
No way,
50
no,
cents,
that's insane.
They just went up like last week from 49 to 50. I know.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've not sent a letter in quite some time.
That's all right. That's all right. All right, we're gonna get one of these. All right, do you remember the show Match Game, the game show?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a long time, but yes.
Let's play a quick match game. I'm gonna say a phrase. You give me what you think will write down. Here we go. I'm gonna say this phrase: Big Bad Blank. Big Bad Blank. You tell me what.
Big Bad Wolf.
Okay. All right. That right there is wolf. Everyone can see it in the chat. What I wrote down, wolf. That's a correct answer. Nice. All right. We got one.
Yes, we did.
Okay. All right. Do you play board games? Do you like board games at all?
I used to love Monopoly. I
Okay.
haven't played it in quite some time, but Monopoly's fun.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you a moment to think here. You're gonna have to. We're gonna put 20 seconds on the clock. I don't have a clock on my stream, but I've got a phone here. I'm gonna put 20 seconds on the clock. I want you to name 10 board games in 20 seconds. Go.
Operation Monopoly. Sorry. Classic Concentration. I said Game Life. I think I did. Risk. Chutes and Ladders.
Oh, time is up. Time is
Candyland.
up. Time is up. I think that was 8, maybe 9, but no, you're a little. You're on the right idea. A lot of pressure there. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure.
There was.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Our final question. Did you try the Taco Bell nacho fries?
JK, you know I have.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I have.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is the rating of Taco Bell's nacho fries?
It's a 9.5. Solid 9.5. Not quite 10, but it's solid. Yeah.
That is a correct answer. Nicely done. Nicely done. 2 out of 5. Very well done. Hey, that's respectable.
Well, thank you.
Hey,
right.
very
yeah.
very few people have ever gone 0 for 5, and even fewer have gone 5 for 5. So that's a very tough thing to do. That's a very tough thing to do. Adolf Hipster agrees about the fries as well. And actually, that question came from Real SLP, who's also in the chat. So thank you guys so much for that.
Thank you.
So, and one other thing I do like to give our guests as a final thing, we want to know your say. We'll give you an opportunity to talk about anything you wish, anything at all. If you have something to say right now, it can be about anything you like.
Anything I like.
Anything.
Anything. My goodness. Well, I'll have to. Sticking with the theme of Taco Bell. If you haven't gone to Taco Bell, you can get the Taco Bell fries. I am not sponsored by Taco Bell whatsoever. Definitely give them a shot. At first, I thought French fries at Taco Bell are very un-American, especially if they're not serving them with hamburgers. But after trying said Taco Bell fries, I have to say, solid choice. And you can also get these fries put into your favorite Taco Bell entrees, meaning you can get French fries put into burritos, which again, un-American, but I would definitely recommend getting the cheesy bean and rice burrito. Add those delicious Taco Bell fries to that burrito, and you have one of the best things you've ever eaten. I guarantee it.
These things are only $1. There's no reason not to try them if you're at Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
Quick shout out to Podsterbed Entertainment for the follow. Thank you so much. Hello, welcome. McPeazy is my guest. If you have not followed McPeazy on Twitch, I encourage you to do that. It is a chill stream. It is a fun stream. One of the first people that I ever tried with any regularity to view. Check him out. McPeazy is my guest. You've been very outspoken over the last week or so on social media about how Twitch should proceed in the future. I'm curious if you could elaborate on some of that a little bit.
Well, I think you're speaking about my views on the upload function of Twitch. Yes, okay. Well, with everything that's happening with YouTube right now and the whole Logan Paul situation and a lot of videos being demonetized, my wife has a YouTube channel, and a lot of her videos, she's had to fight to keep them monetized. I think this would be the perfect opportunity for Twitch to step in, really push their upload feature with their site, and really start trying to tap into some of those YouTubers that are looking to switch platforms because of the whole demonetization. It's the perfect opportunity. I mean, it's right there in front of them. You know they've talked about it. You know they've discussed it. And they have a beta feature. They had a beta feature for the upload function on the site. Come on. I mean, you really, this is untapped. This is money. This is print the money. You'll get people to come over to you. You just need to attach advertising, which you already have with your bits. You already have people watching bits for money. Why not get those same advertisers to advertise video content and get some of that audience, get some of those creators to come over to your platform? It just seems silly at this point.
Sure, I understand. And what if there was one thing, and it doesn't even have to be related to that, with Twitch, what do you think will be the big feature that Twitch may or may not introduce this year? Well, not may not, would introduce this year, whether or not you agree with it. What do you think their big feature would be?
It would, well, they're already rolling out this premiere function. I don't agree with it. It's pretty much where you have a video and you can premiere it
Sure.
on your page. It's in order to do that, you really need to push the upload feature of the site. If I were Twitch and I were to push any feature at this point, it would have to be the upload feature I was speaking of. Really get on top of that, make it lucrative for creators to upload content, and maybe even ditch some of the more lewd content that you've been allowing on the site. Really try to regulate the site a little bit better. It's pretty much what I'd push for.
Sure. Podster Ben Entertainment says, quick mention in chat, Twitch needs to stop showing support to cam girls. They can start there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm going for. Is kind of like really, if you're producing content, I guess you could do game show and live interview content, but the whole cam roll thing, they really need to. It would bring more advertisers in if they were to clean up that stuff.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
I got you. McPeazy is my guest. We are running down the time here on our show. If you have any further questions for McPeazy, please feel free to ask. Mike, I like seriously. I personally want to say thank you. There was a time when I first started streaming back. Oh God, it hasn't even been a year yet. You wrote this massive. I just asked a couple streamers for some advice, and you wrote this massive wall of text for me, which on Twitch. And no, and you even apologized for writing so much, but every bit of that was extremely helpful, and you simply could not have written enough. But I've tried to utilize some of that, and just, seriously, for that, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I remember writing that. And this was nothing. I actually looked back on it recently because
Sure.
it saves all your whispers
Yes.
and whatnot. And I looked back on it and I was like, this is before you started streaming.
Yeah.
And I just remember like saying all this stuff. And this is stuff that I still stand by as a person and as a streamer. And if anybody is interested in streaming, and if you come to my stream or not, I'm always happy to throw some advice or some suggestions your way. And it was hard for me to get started. I kind of had to learn from watching others. And it's the least I can do to pay it forward. So absolutely, you're welcome, JK. I'm so happy to see you streaming. I really enjoy your platform and your content that you're producing, man. I couldn't be happier to be here. Thanks again for having me.
No, absolutely. And you can find McPeazy on Twitch. McPeazy is the name. When do you typically stream?
I typically stream on Saturdays and Tuesdays, but I did not stream yesterday, so I might stream today, this evening, around 6 o'clock Pacific time.
All right, there you go.
So usually it's Saturdays and Tuesdays.
Nice. Give that man a follow. That is Mike McPeazy. Mike, thank you once again so much for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me, JK, and I hope to do it again sometime soon.
All right, that is streamer McPeazy. You can find him on his streams. Follow him. Seriously, follow him. He's on Twitter as well, at Mike McPeazy. Great guy, great streamer, great family, too. His wife, Kate, involved in a lot of the streams, and it's a lot of fun just to sit there. If you got nothing to do, just flip it on, and if he's online, seriously, just check him out. And you know what? It's chill. That's really all it is. He's got music playing in the background. It's so good. I really don't have enough positive superlatives to say there, and there's a lot of streamers like that, but he's one of the first ones that I found, and I have made some friends with some great people from his community. So it's only fitting that he was our first guest on our Twitch version of JK Says. We are running it down, folks. Now, if you're new to the program, you can give us a call, 651-964-2345. That's our number to call. We've got just a few minutes left in our show before we sign off. I am not going to be doing a gaming stream today. My son is home sick for the first time this school year, and he's up taking a nap right now, but I'm going to kind of, tend to him a little bit. Sucks being sick. Being sick sucks. What else can you say? You can follow me on Twitter at JKSaysRadio. And, of course, right here on Twitch and YouTube is where we are streaming live. Both chats are up and about right here using Restream.io. This is a sports talk show. This is a gaming talk show. This is an entertainment talk show. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11:30 Central. I may change that in the future. We'll see how it goes. Good turnout today. Thank you guys all for jumping in the chat right there. Talking right now about how gaming developers can obtain licenses such as NHL to make a game for the NHL and no one else can. That's actually, the NHL does not have an exclusive license. Anyone else could be making an NHL game right now. That's a common misconception. 2K could. They don't. Friday, we're going to discuss in greater detail on our next show about Microsoft being heavily rumored to be purchasing Electronic Arts. That could completely change the landscape of sports games and the PlayStation as we know it. But we will talk more about that on Friday. And yeah, 2K football, man. You remember when that came out? 2K5 is still revered as one of the greatest football games ever made. No doubt about it. I remember playing that very well. I remember it well. That was when, and remember Madden 06, considered by many to be one of the best football games of all time. Certainly the best Madden of all time. Or right up there. Right up there. Competition. Competition drives the market. And the fact that most sports games do not have competition shows you where they're at. It shows you where they're at. MLB The Show, of course, exclusive to Sony, but in a way, it does have competition in RBI Baseball, and that's something else we're going to talk about. RBI Baseball kind of revamping their format over this new season. Will it be enough? Will it still be garbage? Who knows? And that's the thing. NFL 2K that year, 2K5, the entire sports series, NHL, MLB, they were all $20 that year. People forget that. That was a $20 game at retail. When it first came out, $20. They were trying to grab the market. And in a way it worked, but it didn't last. It didn't last too much longer because that's when the exclusivity deals from EA started rolling in. Trevor Mater, yeah, I hope Microsoft does not buy EA myself. I'm a big Xbox gamer, but trust me, I don't think that's going to be good for anybody. I honestly don't think it will be good for anybody. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. We're going to discuss that in detail on our next show on Friday. We'll talk a lot of other things. Tom Hanks, man. He's going to be Mr. Rogers. Can you believe that? That's awesome. Fox is getting the NFL. The Purge 4 has a new trailer. And Mike Fisher, breaking news over the last hour, Mike Fisher returning to the Nashville Predators to play some hockey. Coming out of retirement. Should be good stuff. We will discuss all this on Friday and any other upcoming games and news and sports and entertainment. Folks, thank you so much. Hey, if you haven't done so, give us a follow right here on Twitch. We are about to head on out. I might stream tonight gaming after I get home from work, but I don't know. Again, normally we would stream a game for another 3 hours, but my son's sick upstairs and he is not going to want me down here all day doing that. So at the very least, we'll be back here for JK Says on Friday, 11:30 Central Time, followed by some gaming. We hope you'll return. And you know what? We're going to get out. Thank you guys so much. My special thanks to our guest, Mike McPeazy, who was simply awesome today. We really appreciate his candor and his availability for us today. Appreciate it, Mike. We will be back on Friday with JK Says. We might stream either tonight or tomorrow with gaming. Don't know what we're going to play yet. We'll find out. Folks, take care. JK here. Be kind to one another. Thank you everyone in chat who joined and followed. We'll see you on Friday for episode 5 of JK Says. We are out.